Hi guys, it's Sherry. I hope that you're having a fantastic day. Y'all, let's do some super simple Sunday paper crafting. Stay tuned. So welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to be here. I would have loved to have been able to greet you in person. However, I am experiencing some small visual technical difficulties, but I am so glad that you are here. Today, we are going to kick off Super Simple Sundays, meaning that whenever I upload a video on Sunday, I'm going to try to keep it very quick, very simple, but super. And today's project is going to be just that. And here is what we're going to be making. We are going to be making this beautiful little card box, and it could even be an envelope for some of those chunky cards that I know that some of you like to make. But what I have here, I have two very beautiful, absolutely beautiful pocket cards with tassels. Now these are going to be so simple to make. We are going to be using cutaparts to make these. So if you have some 6x4 cutaparts, you are going to be able to take those out and turn them into something magnificent. So I am just going to slide this out so that you guys can see what we have here. Slide it out. You can write on these, write your message. You can include a gift card or cash. You have a complete little all-in-one right here, and anyone that you give this to, they're going to absolutely fall in love with it. So y'all know what time it is. It is time to make it. So here is what we need to make our project. I have a piece of decorative cardstock, and this cardstock is a medium to heavyweight, and it measures 8 1/4 by 12. The cardstock that I'm using is from an Anna Griffin pack that was printed in 2016, and this card pack is full of some of her vintage prints, and this is the Garden Party paper pad, and it's from Anna Griffin, printed in 2016. Doesn't have an SKU on it, so I can't provide that, but this is the package that I'm working from. And then my cut-apart sheet is absolutely gorgeous. It is the Secret Garden collection from Graphic 45. This collection came out in 2013, so it's not in print anymore. The SKU, in case you want to try and look for it, is 186-950-1115. And this is a beautiful collection, front and back. And I think I found this at Tuesday Morning maybe 5 or 6 years ago. I can't even remember. But when I saw it, I fell in love with it because my oldest daughter and I share a love of the Secret Garden. Now, she has her favorite, but I like all versions that have been done. Every one of them touches my heart every time I watch it. As a matter of fact, my oldest daughter and I both watched The Secret Garden again about 3 weeks ago. So it's just one of those movies that when I want to feel good, I'll pop it in, and I absolutely love it. Especially when Dick and Mary walk into the garden for the very first time, and it's just filled with overgrown everything, but they can very quickly see the potential there. And they're able to see the beauty and the possibility in what some might see as a mess. And that's kind of how paper crafting is. We all have our different takes on it, but in the end, we're all crafting towards our own likes and our own version of beauty. So Secret Garden, one of my favorites, and that is what we're going to work with today. And the way that we're going to do this, it is going to be so doggone simple. I am going to go ahead and just trim this down to 12 inches. And then I'm going to trim my sheet to 6 inches. And I'll have these two sections. And basically what I'm going to do is I am just going to decide which two do I want to remain connected. And the piece that is not left connected, this will be that pull-out pocket. So I have those. And I'm going to take a look at this one. And I think I want that to be an outside. So now I have my 2 pocket pieces and the 2 inserts for those pockets. So now I need to cut these inserts down to 3 5/8 by 5 3/4. And the reason why I need to do that is because I need for these to be able to fit inside of the pocket, and they won't be able to do that if I don't trim them down. So then I'll trim away from the bottom to get my 5 3/4. And I'll do the same thing with this one. So I'm just trimming to 3 5/8 by 5 3/4. And now I'm going to take these 2 and just punch a hole. And I'm going to punch a hole with my hole punch set at 1/8 of an inch. And there's my hole. And then I'm just going to take these, and I have these sweet little tassels. I am going to run tassels through these, and I got these tassels from Amazon, and I think it was a bag of maybe 100 tassels, a bunch of beautiful colors in there. I can't even remember the price, but it wasn't much, but you have so many awesomely beautiful tassels to work with. So I am just going to feed this through. And you can see on both of these cards, you have writing space. On this one, you can write front and back. On this one, you can write on the front. And then the back has a calendar on it. It says Chicago 1896. I have no idea if these are the accurate dates for 1896, but it's a nice little thought. So I'm going to set those to the side. We are going to bring in our 2 cut apart pieces that we left joined together. So if you don't have cut aparts, but you want to make this little pocket, all you need is an 8 by 6 piece. Fold it in half like this. I'm going to take that second one, fold it in half. And so I plan on this being my front, but it's really not going to matter because you'll be able to take this and flip it over if you want. I am going to take just a very thin bead of glue, run that glue as close to the edge as possible. Then I'll add a very thin bead to the bottom, and I'm going to close this. Use my big old spatula to get that nice and stuck. And then we'll bring this one in and do the same thing. So I am just going to place my glue as close to the edge as possible. And then I'll run some glue along the bottom here. And then I'm just going to get that nice and stuck. And so now I'm just going to bring in my hole punch because I want to punch just a little opening on this. So I'll punch it, and then we can punch a hole in this one as well. And how deep you punch your hole is completely up to you. And then I'm just going to bring in some of my distress ink. Use an old makeup sponge that I got from the Dollar Tree, and just go around the ends just a little bit. And I'll do the back side as well. Just putting a little bit on here. And the distress ink shade that I used is the Walnut Stain from Ranger. I can also take that same stain, go along this card just a little bit, Do the same thing on this one. Not adding a whole lot to these, just a little. And so now I can take my little cards and place them inside of this sweet little pocket, and isn't that just adorable? And so now we have those sweet little cards. You could actually dress them up more if you want to. I don't think I am going to do anything to these, but you can add embellishments. You can add chunkies because we're going to be making that box. So you can put chunkies on here if you want. Just remember that that will decrease the number of these that you're able to get into a single box. So if you wanted to give these as a gift set and you wanted to give maybe a set of 5, go lightly on the embellishments and you'll definitely be able to get those in the box. So to make our box, it is very, very simple. We have a piece that measures 8 1/4 by 12. We are going to score on the 8 1/4 inch side at 1. Rotate it to the opposite 8 1/4 inch side, score at 1. And then we'll put it on the 12 inch side. We're going to score at 4 1/4, at 5 1/4, at 9 1/2, and at 10 1/2. And then we just need to fold and burnish all of our scores. So once you have your scores folded and burnished and you're looking at it like this, we're going to need to trim out that center tab. So I am going to go up to the score mark, drag straight down, angle in, and reduce. And I'll do this on both sides. And I'll reduce that. Then I'm going to turn it facing me just like this. I'll go up to that second score mark and drag straight down on both sides. And now I'll just reduce this, angle here, reduce that, angle, and angle. Now this time I'm going to do something different with my fold-in piece. I'm not going to fold it in the box. I'm going to leave it on the outside because that is how I'm going to close it. So now I'm just going to take my glue, place my glue on that flap, place my glue on these flaps, make sure I get enough glue on here, and then I'll take it and just bring it up just like this and match that end. If you want to make sure that you have it matched properly, just take this piece and fold it over, and that'll help to make sure that you have everything nice and aligned. Then I'm just going to take my big old spatula, get that nice and stuck. So we're just going to bring everything up. We'll fold that over. Then I can take this piece and just fold it, because that's going to help make sure that I have a nice alignment coming around, and then I can remove it. I'll use my big old spatula. We're going to get everything nice and stuck. And now we have this super sweet box for these super sweet cards. And then I want to bring that around to the front. I have these awesome little Anna Griffin embellishment pieces, and I am going to take the one that says "with gratitude," add some glue, place that right there. Then I'm going to take just a very thin magnet, and this one is 8 by 1 millimeter, and I'm just going to take that magnet, put it on the inside. Hopefully you can see that. slide it over just a little bit. And then I'm going to take that piece, put the magnet right there so that it will catch. Add some glue on that piece. And then I'll take this piece and just place it down. And I'm pressing it just so that I can get that glue point. So now I can take this piece and just lay it in the glue. And then I'm just going to put a piece of washi on top just to hold that in place until that magnet dries. So now I can take this and put it down, let that magnet catch, and then I'll just add my glue towards the top, just like that. Put it back down, let the magnet catch. Now I have my sweet little box. Guys, it is so simple, so super, so easy. So I'm going to take my cards, place them back on the inside. I will remove that washi tape, but I'm going to make sure that it's dry, and then I'll let that catch, and we have a beautiful box. I am going to bring that other one back in, take this one, put it back in the box, and now we have these awesomely sweet little boxed card sets. Great for those chunky cards that some of you like to make. But this is a super simple process, super easy, and can be adapted to so many different seasons, reasons, or genders. So guys, I hope that you have liked this project. If you have, please hit the like button. If you are not a subscriber to my channel, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.